Lair is open, the Phantom is back, and that must mean one thing for 2026. SuperCoach is officially open. Forget about this team picker stuff. Forget about these other podcasts. This is the big one of the preseason. Welcome back to the Phantoms, Lair, and what a day it is. We're all here together celebrating the launch of the game for a new season. Chief is here, been carrying the podcast, as he likes to tell me, over the past month. Welcome back in your rightful place of passenger.
Yes, thank you. Yes, have been carrying, I would say. Sim and I, don't leave out our great man here, Simeon Thomas-Wilson. 5 names, also with us in the studio, and we have been carrying, haven't we, Sim?
We've done a fair bit of work. I see while Fam's been sunning it up, or I actually don't know what he's been doing. He might hopefully he's been locked in a dark room in the Lair at home, you know. He's come in, he's had the head wobble going, he's all been excited. And then, just to give the listeners and viewers a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, couldn't get the intro right to begin with.
Ooh,
yeah, could not.
We might have to add another name because very grumpy this morning, all 5 names. We've kept him waiting to record, but I'm not going to let it go because 5 names, listen to some of your efforts, you two, over the past month. And I've tried to enjoy my holidays, some nice family time before I clean you blokes up again. But I got boomered by 5 names. Talking about social media trends, called me a boomer, questioned my commitment to the show. But again, like everyone knows, if you're a big name, you don't need to do any work at the start of pre-season. You come out when the big stuff, the serious stuff happens, and that is right now because the game is open, Chief.
The game's open. How exciting, yes. We've had team picker from around mid-December, but yeah, the real stuff, everyone can jump in and make a team now. Every single person can jump in, make a team for free, get in there, and just start making your 2026 team that, we're very excited to start talking about, Phantom.
Oh, I'm excited about my team as well.
Who gets the other team?
Oof, it's looking good.
I mean, he has had 2 months off or something.
Have you made a team? That's the big question. Sims,
I could tell from the brief podcast listens I've listened that he hadn't made a team yet.
But when I make my team, you know, I'm going to have all the information in front of me. You know, there's no point in making a team now and then getting all these people out that you can't remember who you get, who you had in the start, who your boys were, and by the end, you know, you've all of a sudden gone back to, you know, someone on your never again list. You know, get your team right when you do it.
My team's right already. But the Chief, we're doing today predictions for 2026, a big show looking at all our big calls for this season, and all because you made one call last year and you want to go over it again. This is why we're doing it.
No, I did have a listen back. Now, listening back to last year's show, it was a bit of fun. So if you want to go back and listen to that from what we predicted last season, it was actually a little bit of fun. I mean, you skipped the first 15 minutes. It was just 5 names and hipster talking about Adelaide Crows for about 15 minutes off the top.
Where is hipster?
I don't know.
But yes, no, I think it's just a nice thing to start at the start of the season. You could always look back and make these predictions. We're going to go through positional, going through each position in the coming weeks. But to start off, we thought let's just start at the top, the basic predictions for the season, and we got some interesting topics to come up. But Phantom, a couple of things I quickly noticed when I first opened SuperCoach app. This season, a couple of new features already that I'm seeing. The SuperCoach Cup. New feature for SuperCoach this season. So if you've been playing some of the other formats, you might have noticed what this is. But the SuperCoach Cup, a League of Champions, Phantom, so a knockout competition in addition to playing through the season. We've got this to look forward to. Kicks off with a qualifying round featuring every team in round 7 SuperCoach this season. And then it goes along and it's kind of like a knockout head-to-head phase, which with one final standing at the end.
So you blokes will have a chance of maybe having some glory.
Maybe. Well, I mean,
2026.
50K is mine, but this is for everyone else.
I love it. We used to have this as well back in the day of SuperCoach, big fan favourites. Some teams, as we know, might not start well. Mm-hmm. Don't need to give up.
No, you've got that to look forward to. Still some prize money on the line as well.
A big thing for the year.
1K, but the best thing about this too, Fan, SuperCoach Cup trophy coming your way as well. So I think we've got maybe some stuff to show in coming weeks about that, but you get a trophy along with the grand. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be taking that home as well as the 50K. And some other things I've just noticed down the bottom of our My Team section, a little bit of a glimpse into some of the SuperCoach scoring system, which is never been seen before.
Yeah, I know we finally got, does it explain how you weight Bond heavily, Phantom, or?
So it is the basics. It's some indicative scoring. So it's not exactly, the perfect picture of how to create SuperCoach, but it is to provide you some element of just how it all works, how the secret sauce is made to maybe get a bit more of insights into when your player is getting points as you're watching the game, fan.
Yep. Great insight. And we'll be going over this through the year as well. We'll be talking more about just how our players do score. But I noticed one thing too, Chief.
What'd you notice?
Will Brodie's price, 119K. Is that right?
That is correct.
Jeez.
You're not back on the Brodie. We just heard 5 names during your absence say, not an option.
Well, something else I need to raise when I was away. You blokes, did you or did you not curse Dan Curtin on the last show? Now he's gone down, going to miss the start of the year. What have you done, 5 names?
It wasn't me.
You were out there filming
out
and
there,
you were almost waiting for it to happen.
I was out there. I mean, that was fun. I mean, is it true Dossie vomited at his desk in the office?
It is true.
I was here.
Shock.
The Lair curse lives on.
So we'll find out a bit more today. At the time, what is it, 10:21 SA time? Was it? Yeah, obviously dislocated the left kneecap, which does make he was in a fair bit of pain. Dan, the best case scenario is 6 to 8 weeks. Looks like the ACL's fine, let's hope, which is that's good news because we all thought it was an ACL. Like, when you have a knee injury, when someone's, hitting the ground and then they bring on the stretcher, it's not a great sign. So the issue will be maybe if there's bone cartilage damage as part of that, then maybe surgery is required, and that's 3 to 4, you'd say. It's probably going to be a little more, you'd imagine, a bit cautious for him. But yeah, for 6 weeks, he's got a big blow there.
Big blow. We've already had a few SuperCoach favourites ruled out for the season, including the Lair zone. Up on the wall still. Phantom said he's not going to take down the picture of Nick Martin up here until Nick Martin comes back, and he's already been ruled out for the season.
Yeah, actually, can we get on that? Because I actually thought it, when it happened, I was like, Phantom's first day back yesterday, he did Nick Martin in last year. I actually think it's your fault for Dan Curtin, to be honest, mate. He came back. Curtin was flying the whole preseason, Nobody touched him. Nobody gone near him. And all of a sudden you come back to work and he's done. He's out.
But the big thing is we still don't know if Nick Martin would have broken the record that day.
We still don't know.
So I wasn't wrong.
Well, Phantom, let's stop our talking off the top and let's get into some predictions. We know the folks want to hear what we're predicting for season 2026, and we've got a bunch of topics to get through today. So let's start smashing them out. And the first one, pretty big one, your biggest starting lock. We got to go to Phantom to start us off here.
I'm glad I'm first because I was thinking about trying to be a little bit different, try to think about what you two would do. I know 5 names done no research, so he's going to make it up after I talk here.
Actually did do some research. Tiny bit.
But it's obvious one here in Adelaide, Zach Butters, first picked player. We know how good a SuperCoach score. He's averaged 121 SuperCoach points per game last year with 2 scores of 53 or below as well, which showcases his ceiling. We know Port got a great run to start. Doesn't really matter who they play either, but it will give him a bit of an uptick. So 654K is a lot of money, but it's not Marcus Bontempelli money, who we know is 706. So my first picked and the lock in my starting side, it's obvious. You have to do it, Zach Butters.
Zach Butters. What about you? 5 names, your biggest starting lock.
Well, I thought when Phantom was talking about, obvious kind of guy, I thought he'd go this guy. And said it a bit. Don't really like a lot of the forwards this year, so I think you have to pay up for Harry Sheezel. I know he's a spell, I know he's fully priced, but in SuperCoach with, your limited trades, he's just, I think the other forwards just aren't good enough compared to him.
Rubbish forwards this year again.
Yeah.
Well, as a whole, the pool is rubbish.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. You have a look.
When we're talking about sure thing premiums,
then you start getting a bit weird.
Yep.
This next guy, speaking about rubbish forwards, he is not a rubbish forward, and in fact, he is a midfielder. That's why he left the Suns to go to the Saints. I've said it already in the preseason. He is the Bailey Smith of 2026. I'm talking
Bailey
about Sammy
Smith.
Flanders. Sam Flanders, lock him in, my biggest starting lock easily for 2026. Easily.
This is going to end in this is going to end in tears.
What did Bailey Smith average last year? 120?
Yep.
Sam Flanders is going to do that.
Well, what did he average just the year before last, Phantom? 119. He's already done it. So he can just go again, just get back to his best. New team, playing midfield where he wants to play, unlock Sammy Flanders.
Yes, but Sam Flanders, that average, he was playing across half-back, just winning easy ball.
He can score wherever he plays. Wherever. In the guts.
Even forward.
110 plus. Easily.
Have you registered a point on the quote card game yet? Are you trying to look for another one early on?
No, I honestly believe that. I mean, for those that listened last year, I held him last season, unfortunately. Watched him wallow away in a forward pocket. It was sad to see the great man in a terrible role. So he's only priced that poorly because he had a bad role. He'll be fine. And he's my biggest starting lock. Who do you think will be the top scoring player in 2026? Is it as easy as the Bont again? That is what I believe. I just think it's Marcus Bontempelli. The funny thing is, last season, interrupted preseason, didn't even start playing till what round did he come back? It was like round 7 or something. So, I mean, the Bont had averaged 130 last season. I think it was a career high for him as well.
Only played 18 games. That's why if you look at total points, he's a bit lower.
Full preseason, I've got the Bont. Who do you have 5 names?
I'm going to go Naz Wainyaneen-Miller. You've seen the preseason footage. I think, we know the ceiling he has. I think he's going to play a lot more midfield this year. Yeah, I've just seen Naz go absolutely crazy.
Fan?
No, I don't mind it. I could get a kick at Saints training as well. So we don't look at the footage too much of Naz running around against his teammates in December.
Especially Paddy Dow.
That's true.
Come on now.
Max almost scored 200 more points than the second-ranked player last year, Brodie Grundy. That's probably a different conversation. We might get to it. Is Max Gawn still at that level? I feel like we've asked this for the last 4 or 5 years. He seems to be getting fitter. He knows he's getting older. He's almost doing more work to stay at the level. Is it too early to write him off? I'm not exactly writing him off. I agree with you. I think it is going to be Marcus Bontempelli. Again, doesn't miss those 5 games. He eclipses Gawn in the total point stakes as well. So boring again.
He's got a lot to do this year, doesn't he, Gawny? With his whole midfield going away. It could go one of 2 ways, I think. He could put it all, Melbourne on his back yet again and do exactly what he's done last year as well. I think it was a career high for him or close to it at least. If he backs it up, what do you think? 5 names?
Or Jai Charlie maybe takes the number one spot off him.
Come on.
Nah, I actually did think about putting a ruckman like Cherry as well as mine, but I just don't know yet what the new ruck rules are going to do.
Yep.
I think
good point.
I did want to throw in a smoky though.
Oh,
Luke Jackson. I think he's got the capability. He just needs the role, and now we're hearing he's playing as a midfielder. So who knows?
But where is he going to play? Mason Cox is over there now. Sean Darcy is fit.
I think he'll be
at this point.
There's a sneaky chance. I don't know how they'd measure this, but he'd have to play a certain amount of percentage in the midfield. What would it be? 35%. Could he be a ruck mid? Luke Jackson as a ruck mid. I don't think we're at our hot takes yet, but I don't even think that's that hot.
Did you see
ruck mid?
Did you see that thing? I just found him one enough because he was too busy, just doing nothing. Do you see how was it a Bulldogs training? How Bevo had Bont off halfback?
Yeah, Tim English centre half back, I think it was,
or fullback actually. Liver half back as well.
Bevo. Our favourite part of the show, or at least we did our breakouts and burn men the other week, but we didn't get Fant a chance to say it, and we've got to lay it down. Who is our official breakout prediction for 2026? And it's over to you, Fant.
No, you're going first. I'll
go first then. Fine.
You're pretty confident. I know you are.
Well, look, many people know I am a Weagle snuffy over here, Fant, but that's not the direction I was planning on going.
You're changing up. So you had a breakout show 2 weeks ago, and you're changing again. I've seen your team.
Well,
the boys you speak about, they're not in there.
There's lots of breakouts. Dossie has about 15
Are you a man of your word?
Dossie has about 15 breakouts per year, but look, it hasn't worked for me so far getting the 50K. That's what I'm going for this season, Fan. I'm going for the 50K. Guns and rookies for me this year. No mid-price madness. But if I was to go one player, it would be a guy that the Phantom's been keen on for about 10 years since he's got in the league. George Wardlaw. Full preseason, contract year, midfield bull with an elite SuperCoach game. George Wardlaw, my breakout for the season.
The team of the Loreto formal as well.
Yep.
Gatto.
My man, George Wardlaw.
Yeah, well, my man now. You let me go first.
Are you going to pick him?
George Wardlaw.
You have to pick him. One day, you've got to pick one of these guys
through
you
a full
talk about.
preseason, unhindered.
You look down the barrel at our lovely and loyal audience and tell them about all these players, and then you don't pick them.
George Wardlaw will be in my side.
Will
if he
be in your
gets
side.
through a full preseason.
Write that down. 5 names.
Write it down.
George Wardlaw.
Mm-hmm.
He is uninterrupted preseason at the moment. Contract year,
Yes.
you said.
Midfield bull. I think you've spoke about it in the past. I remember the first 2 seasons I've been here, Phantom. 3rd year breakout for me coming this year, by the way. First 2 seasons, both years, you've projected that he's going to go 105 plus the last 2 years.
I think I canvassed it with a full season.
Yeah.
I think I said on the last show before we
don't know.
Just
before we
backing
broke
your
for
calls,
Christmas,
mate.
110.
Just
If he plays 22 games, 110.
Yep.
Yeah.
Finished the season strong. I think it was multiple 90-plus games, even cracked a ton. And that was coming off, some concussion issues, I think hamstring again last season. I do think, I just think he's got a perfect SuperCoach game. So George Wardlaw, breakout season. Fan, did you want to jump on as well, or have you got another one?
There's a lot of, I think we spoke about this in the last show we did. There's a lot of guys in that price bracket between, 340 to 400 who are very appealing. How many can you pick? That's the big question. That's one we will answer over the next couple of months before opening round and round 1. I've got one name, which I stick by my guns, stick to my guns. So I'm going to go back over the bloke I mentioned last year. But first, another one who, I'm going not cold on, but in terms of picking in my team, Sam Banks, 438K. Ooh. We know good kicking is good SuperCoach. That is my favourite quote, and it is my favourite quote for a reason. Good kicking is good SuperCoach. We know points are weighted towards players who use the ball well. Sam Banks took the second most kick-ins behind Nick Vlauston at the Tigers last year, and importantly, is an avenue out of defence that they are using more and more. 4 SuperCoach tons, in the final 9 rounds post-bye for Sam Banks. Increased his average by about 30 or 40 last year. But I think there's going to be a bounce. Is it enough to pick him at 438K in defence?
My only question is, you had a similar player, I think, maybe even in this category at the start of last season, or at least you were very keen on him, in Matty Roberts, who had a very big finish to the season prior, and then just the role got taken. Do you think perhaps Richmond, they've got a lot of young players coming through. Is there any risk of that? And would that put you off? You've already been bringing him in and out of your team at this early stage of the preseason.
Good question. I don't think he's going to lose the role. I think it's his. I don't think he's.
I think he got
more highly touted player.
Number 6 number in the off season too. That just, I don't know, made me excited. Just single dig.
Can I just interrupt for a second here, Phantom? I just looked at old Dusty's screen over here, sneaky one.
Get away.
And he's got his biggest starting lock on his screen. It isn't even Sam Flanders. He's got the poo.
Oh, he's changed it in the... No, this... You are unbelievable. That is great work, 5 Names, because when did you write that? You are... Can I swear on this show?
Oh,
jeez.
I'm just excited by the poo.
Sam Banks. Yeah. Now, also, I saw some of your work on social media over the holidays as well, and the league's not ready for Mateus Filippo. Hit a 15-metre pass to a teammate at training. All right, I'll put 5 Names can do that.
I'll put that footage on Code Sports YouTube and tell me if you get excited out there. I'm already very excited. All right, 5
Anyway,
names.
no, wait, I'm not finished. That was just like Sam Banks, 438K. I think it's going to be a bounce. Okay. I'm not concerned he's going to lose the role. Only concern is that too expensive to start. Does he get to 105 point average, which you probably want him to at that price? But my breakout pick this year, Harvey Langford, 384K. We've touched on him. We know there's no Christian Petrarca there anymore, no Clayton Oliver. And just the natural progression of Harvey Langford as well. Would have had a look at him, I think, even if those two did stay. So he's going to get more centre bounces. He didn't get really many centre bounces at all last season. So 384K him a big SuperCoach ton to finish the season against the Magpies, 124 points in round 24. Here's my breakout pick of 2026. What can he average at that price? 384, he probably just fits into the mid-price stepping stone. He doesn't become a premium in my team.
All right, that's 15 minutes on Sammy Banks and Harvey Langford there. But 5 names, who have you got for us?
Well, I was going to do Harvey Langford, but now I'm going to pivot. I'm thinking, CODs are turning in my brain. Because we did have this guy as a breakout when we did the breakout show, but then you're like, he isn't a breakout. So can I have Archie Roberts as a breakout?
Go for it.
All right, cool. Archie Roberts.
Archie Roberts' breakout season.
Yeah, take that patch.
Would have Dan Curtin been the guy had it not been for the kneecap?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Even just watching him yesterday, I was just like, yeah. He's locked in, yeah.
Hopefully one to watch for us in mid-season when he's back.
Patch.
Yeah.
All right, well, I've added a new category from last season. We didn't have this in there last year. Biggest bounce back season. So someone who had a poor season last year that you think will bounce back. So this can't be, obviously, this isn't a breakout because they might have performed well before, but they're bouncing back to some of their best footy. Ant, do you have a name in mind or do you want Dossie to lead us off?
No, I've got one.
Okay.
Also got a question as well. 5 names, might touch on him. Is Dan Houston completely off the SuperCoach list now? First year at Collingwood did nothing in a fantasy point of view. We know how good he was at Port in that role. Just one to watch, I think, over the preseason. But
I think he had, just quickly on Houston, I think he was coming back from some preseason niggle or something because I saw the other day track watchers, Collingwood track watchers. Shout out to Jen, always a great Collingwood track watcher. But Houston was in the B team playing as a mid. So probably 2 things, red flags. Midfielder, we don't like that from Houston. We want him to be distributing the ball off half back and also in the B team, which means you're not in the ones.
My bounce back, for a number of reasons, Jamara at the Gold Coast Suns. Now, the bounce back doesn't even need to be big. At 214K, we know they start the season with a pretty soft draw. They're going to be even better this year, the Suns. Christian Petrarca's added to that midfield. He's going to get some good service, and his new teammates are talking him up there from what he's done, the condition he's arrived in, and how he's worked in the preseason so far at Gold Coast. So in my team, 214K, the bounce back doesn't even need to be massive, like I said, for him to be a good starting selection. So can he get to a 75, 80 point average again with a couple of big bags early on? I think so.
5 names. Do you need some more time or you got?
No, I've got one.
Someone? Okay.
I was good. Yeah, I've got Haydn Young.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, we needs to stay injury free, but when he is injury free, we know what he can do.
Yep.
You know, in pointing to Fremantle, that left bird. Yeah, I think if he can stay fit, he's over 100 pretty easily.
Yeah. And he averaged over 100, I think, the year before.
Yeah. So that's a definition of a bounce back.
If he's playing round 1, 309K, is he someone you have to pick?
Yeah.
Well, we've got our mid-price bargains coming up, and I think he's definitely one that we need to very much. I think he is a must-have. Yeah. If he's right to go.
Your category? You obviously probably had someone in mind.
You know what? I'm really annoyed that I didn't. Because I had Young in that sort of mid-price, just absolute lock there. I didn't even think about him as a bounce back. So very happy with that from Sim. But I've got a sneaky one.
Oh no!
And it's how I've managed to squeeze him in here.
Oh.
I'm counting Harley Reid as a bounce back season. He went from 80 down to 70 in his sophomore season. Look out for the bounce back. And if you want to call it a breakout as well, you can go ahead and call it a breakout.
Bounce back breakout.
Harley Reid bounce back season.
Is the buttons working? Because get that nuff alarm ready. You and Harley Reid. But you and Harley Reid, there's no one bigger you've talked up in your whole time in SuperCoach so far.
I don't know. He's still talking about Paddy Dow.
Now, I gave you 30 seconds on my holidays to look at your team. Where was Harley Reid?
He was in the first iteration. I'm a man that I enjoy just having a look around, seeing who fits in my squad. I'm about 15,000 drafts in already, and it's only release day now. So it's been a busy off-season for old Dusty.
M5 for me at the moment.
He's in. Mm-hmm. How big do you think he can go if we are talking, numbers here?
Easily 100 plus. 105.
Jeez.
Love that. Love
Right.
to hear it.
Well,
we just spoke about it before. Best mid-price bargain. I mean, you said it before. I do think Haydn Young is in that category. Sam Flanders as well, like I mentioned before. But I was going to lock in Haydn Young. I do think that he is the best mid-priced value that we have out there outside of Flanders. So I think those two for me are just an equal top lock in that category. What about?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I've got Young, Harley Reid and Harvey Langford in my team at the moment, all priced in the 380K bracket.
Mhm.
All present serious value. I think Haydn Young is the top one there because he's done it before. He's down on price only because of that injury-affected season. So a bit more shorty in his selection. The other two, you're banking on the breakout or the uptick.
Mhm.
I agree.
yeah,
James?
same.
Yeah.
Agree.
All right.
Let's move on.
No differences. Okay, biggest bust or burn man, your anti-lock. 5 names. You want to kick us off?
Yeah, because I just saw this guy. He's in Phantom's team. And
Oh.
he talked him up. He said he's going to do that. Will Brodie, unless if you're playing bloody Sandville SuperCoach Phantom, he shouldn't be in your team. He should not be, however highly owned he is.
He's only 119K though.
He's not.
Josh Carr was there when Brody had his breakout season at Freo.
Mm.
That was part of the pitch to get him across.
He's a
Knew
depth
what
player.
he could do.
He's a depth player. He's not. I'll be shocked if he's playing round one.
There's your quote.
We could almost have a wager, I reckon. On
Yeah, what
round
do you want
one
to wager?
Because Ollie Wines won't play the first 2 weeks. We know he's suspended.
I forgot about that.
It's 5 names.
See, this is the real preseason. Now that I'm back, now this is why we're serious now because we don't miss stuff like that. 5 names. Connor Rhodes is playing a halfback. We
Yeah, I
know
know
that.
that. Bergman's playing midfield.
Ollie Wines is playing. Sorry, suspended the first 2 weeks. So is that Brody in straight away? Could it be a trap, or is the opportunity for him to stay in the side? Is he a better player than Ollie Wines, 2026 Ollie Wines? Not sure. But
I
we're having a wager. We're still having the wager?
Yeah, still the wager.
Oh.
I still reckon even without Ollie Wines, he won't play. All right, I'll bat that in.
Okay. Chief,
What-
go on.
All right, if Horn Francis is fit, you're going to have the midfield of it's going to be Butters, Bergman. Bergman's a full-time midfielder.
Yep.
Drew is your big body guy in there.
Mhm.
Horn Francis.
Mhm.
Rosie comes in, can come in. He won't play just halfback.
Is Horn Francis going to play now if his pre-season isn't what they want it? Will it be even more time for? I think Josh Carr's also.
I think so. I think he'll start the original there, but he'll play midfield. I don't think there's going to be space for Brody.
Mm.
But yeah, I forgot about that.
No,
one.
fair.
Seems fair play to you.
Chief?
Dozzy had an interesting take on this. I did look, and his ownership numbers early days, not great, and I do feel bad saying this as well, but the hype so far I've seen on Jai Cully, sorry. I actually really, I really hope he does have a great year this season at Melbourne, but I don't think he'll be playing best team. And if he is, I don't think he'll be playing in a role that you can't pick him at 260K or whatever it is. And I already mentioned this the other week. I do honestly think Bailey Smith could be a significant burn man for anyone that wants to pay up the price for him this season after a career year last year. They've got some help in the midfield now to help with the contested situation there. And I just think that was a real amazing one-off sort of huge season for Baz. And I think he can still be a great 105 to 110. I just think if you're paying up for nearly 120 for him, I don't think you're going to get value for money. And I think you can probably pick him up a lot cheaper at some point in the season.
Yep.
Happy with that?
Happy with that. I put down Adam Treloar. 311K is a bargain on paper. 2 years ago, played 23 games, averaged 117 points per game. We know he's done that before. Played 4 games last year. Keeps getting the same soft tissue injuries. He could be... He's not going to ruin his season because of the price you're outlaying for him. But in that 300 to 400K bracket, we've spoken about some of the names already in that one. He could bring people unstuck because if he doesn't get going and you miss out, or he does get going and then he breaks down and you missed out on one of the other mid-price stepping stones or breakout players, could hurt you. So he's on my not list at the moment.
Okay, best cash cow for the season. Who's going to make a bunch of coin for us and is super cheap to start the season. I think there's some obvious picks here, so we can go through pretty quickly if you like. But Fant?
Dyson Sharp, our man over here from SA, been playing senior footy for a couple of years, stepped straight into that Bombers midfield, tackles, wins contested footy, showed he can play forward as well late in the sample season over here. So he's ready-made, ready to come and step in. Similar to what an Ollie Wines did, that big body ready to step straight in his first season over here at Port. I reckon that's what we'll get from Dyson Sharp.
He's big call.
Yep.
All right.
Devin Robertson. The Eagles got to come in, should play midfield. Yeah, he's not a rookie, but he's rookie price.
Nobody's okay. I'll take Jagger Smith.
Yep.
I'll take
Three
Jagger.
good ones.
Yeah, the Pooh also are very much in consideration there.
God.
But yeah, we've got to take Jagger. He'll be the most owned player in SuperCoach if named round one. Our hot take for the season. Now, as you mentioned off the top of the show, I did want to bring up last season. I said that Sam Darcy, to the shock of the audience, would average 100. Now, did he average 100? Not quite. It was 95. Many people have pointed out to me.
So your hot take didn't work.
The hot take, we round up around these parts.
So it's a lukewarm take.
We round up around these parts. So I'm here to spit some fire again, but let's go around the room first. Phantom, have you got something for us? Stand on the barrel for these bad boys, because
Got a couple.
Oh, geez. I just came up with one just then. I didn't read the question.
Jamara Ugle-Hagan, top 6 forward at Gold Coast in 2026. You heard me. Don't listen to these blokes.
wow.
And now I went back and forth on this one, so I almost made him number 1. I thought that was probably a bit unrealistic, but Finn Callaghan to be only Marcus Bontempelli and Zach Butters to outscore Finn Callaghan in the midfield.
Huge. All right.
Okay.
What have you got for us? 5 names?
I'm just recovering from that one.
Oh, no.
What was it? All right.
Have you seen the forwards?
Yeah, but still. Oh, no, it's funny. My one is going to be Brodie Grundy to outscore Matt Storm. I don't know if that's hot, to be honest.
That's lukewarm.
Yeah, it's pretty lukewarm. I came up with it. I didn't.
You always outscored him last year.
Well, I didn't read the thing. I didn't realise that we had that thing on. I forgot about it.
Just have a think then.
All right,
Give
I'll
us
have a
something
think.
else. Okay, come on, Mr. Quote Card. What have you got for us? This is your chance to get on the board early, because I know you're going to put Jamara up on social media after you blokes laughed at me.
That was mostly Sim.
So what have you got? I'll be ready to clip that up. I'll be keeping that receipt. What have you got for us?
Well, a lot of talk, of course, about Sam Flanders' huge bounce back season coming. A lot less about a guy who's had a bit of a limited preseason so far, a former boy of mine.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
Number 1 ruck this season, Tom De Koning, to come in for the Saints. Average 130 plus.
130.
130
You not laughing at
plus.
this 5 names?
And be the number 1 ruck in SuperCoach. Followed closely by ruck mid, Luke Jackson.
It's a bit just sad. I don't know. It's all right. I've come up with one after thinking about it. That's your hot take, and you know what? It may have been because I saw him take kick-ins at Crows training yesterday. Josh Worrell to average 105.
Oh, no, I don't mind it.
Okay.
Good last year.
Would you say that is our first of the season, our first?
Could be. I don't know. I'm not very confident, but it's not going to be a hot take. That's what I was like.
I like it.
I got one more. Levi to average more than Will Ashcroft.
Ooh.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Why do you do that? I don't want to see what happened.
Keep an eye out. Haven't
better
heard
than the first one.
no breakout noise about him at all.
I like it.
Do we have a little bit of more midfield time with a certain player a bit on the outer there?
Maybe.
Well,
What are your thoughts on that, Phantom?
We're going
You
to finish
might
off.
spend more time at the footy club. It might be even more. It might be even fitter.
I forgot about that.
All right, we're going to finish off with some listener requests.
Yes, we are.
Phantom, and we are going to guess some projected averages for the season coming up. Now, do you guys think I'll get close to my Tom De Koning hot take, as close as I got to Sam Darcy?
God, no.
Absolutely not. He could average 50 points less than that. All right, starting off here at Damo SC, long time follower of the show. One here for 5 names. 5 names?
Yes.
What will Jasper Fletcher average in 2026? In 2025,
He averaged, I believe,
should
it was
know this.
88.
correct?
Yep, I reckon he'll average 102.
Yep. Chief?
Can we leave Chief in 2025, by the way?
Nah, pretty funny. I think we should actually get a bit. Yeah,
Skodfather?
still.
Yep. Ooh.
Yes, he's called him Abs Magic new weapon,
Oh, yeah.
Sam Darcy.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think? You said you predicted it. You got close last year. What is the average in 2026?
I think 100 plus is a guarantee.
I agree. Yep.
Let's go 107. And that's just including, I think he'll still have a few games where it's, it's 80s, 70s, but then the 150s and these 8, 10, 12, 15 goal hauls, I think we're going to see him push into the mid hundreds. So, 105 to 107. We'll go on the upper end, 107.
Is he lock in your team?
He is in my latest iteration, yes.
Weird little
There's no
buy for
team
them
in
to
front of
start.
him.
Not in there?
No, but my team picker team's not been transferred yet.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Well,
There we go.
I was hoping it.
There it is. Look,
Catch
Sam
him out
Darcy
again.
right there.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Cool in there.
Of course, on field.
Another one for you just while we're here. Jake Sharp asked about Sam Lawler, a player you mentioned to me the other day.
Yes. Yeah.
Second year.
Mm.
Only averaged 56 in his first year, obviously ruined by injury, but a big spike game. Well, that big ton against the Lions of the MCG, which we're all pretty excited about.
Yep.
What can he do in his second year?
I think I'm just a little cautious given the injury history already at his young age. Like the hamstrings, I don't think that they'll put him in that pure mid-roll this season straight up, which I think I'd be excited to jump on board if they were. So I'm probably a bit tentative and we'll go sort of in the 70s, like a 74. That's what I'd say. But I really love his potential long term. I just don't think the Tigers will throw him in there and sort of risk further sort of, putting him into the fire straight away into the midfield. If we do see that though, look out.
Yep. Ben Packer here, I asked everyone what they were doing today. He said work, thanks for reminding him. But if you're in the East End, hit up Exchange Coffee for your caffeination now.
Free plug?
Yep. 2 down on at the moment. We know 5 names. If you see 5 names in and about the city tonight, might or might not be in his lycra. So you won't miss him. Now, you said Brody Grundy outdo Max Gawn. Daryl asks, what does Brody Grundy average in 2026? So to outdo Max Gawn, it's got to be 130-ish. Can he do that?
Yeah, I think he could. What do you reckon, Dossie?
When we did our first draft rankings, I think I had Sherry and Grundy 1 and 2 in the first just overall draft rankings. Obviously, I've gone back and just reverted to the bond, but I need to see this ruck rule.
Yeah, I
really.
know.
But if it's more of the same as last year, Grundy was just, on another level, wasn't he? I think Al went through his numbers the other week. It was like 140 something for the last 12 or 13 games. Like he was the best player in SuperCoach.
Yeah, all right, Fandom, I was going to say 135.
Okay. Whew.
Actually, on Sydney, do we have any interest in Charlie Curnow?
Not yet. I think it'd be big to start him off pre-season and a few practice games at a new club in opening round. Or we get to see him in opening round. I guess that is something. Still be a big risk, I think, to start with.
Especially if you do have Jamara, top 6 forward, available for 180k less.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll answer a couple here. Harley Reid and Harvey Langford have spoken about him. Both of them. I said Harley can get to 105, so I'll stick with that. Langford, I think, will be 98. Harvey Langford.
All right, I'm cool on Langford. I'm much cooler. I just think we overestimate a lot of the potential of these second-year breakouts. I just don't think they happen as much in the modern game. I think it's a much harder to sort of take that leap when, all the opportunity in the world, don't get me wrong. I just don't know if we're going to see as much of these like second-year huge breakouts as maybe we have in the past. So I'm cooler on Langford. I'd only say like a 70-something.
70.
Yep.
It'd be a big fail.
78.
Starting team.
78.
Yep.
Yes.
Look, this is why we go listen back at the end of the year and I'll sound like an idiot.
Okay, let's go finish off. A few questions here. Talk Sorry, one more before I get this final guy. Adam Treloar. What do you think he averages and how many games do you think he plays? So obviously average is different to what, depending how many games he plays. What do you think?
Are we talking if he's playing as a midfielder? I think he plays more as a forward now. Do you think 5 names? I'll throw it to you. I think again a 70s or 80s if he's playing forward.
Adam Treloar.
If he's playing forward.
I'm going to say 84.
Yeah, I was going to say about 90. 11 games. Okay, 5 names.
Yeah.
You're laughing this bloke out the room. Will Brodie, what is the average and how many games
in
does
the
he play?
Sandful or AFL?
In the AFL. I don't think average is his problem, is it?
No, his average is not a big problem. It's whatever he plays. Average, and I'm going to say from not a lot of games, especially not early on.
The first 2.
Not the first 2. 89.
I want to go back to 90 for Treloar too. That was bad. Treloar's a gun.
85, I think,
If he
for Will
plays.
Brodie for me.
Jeez, I'm watching more than you. Wow.
I think he plays 14 games. Thank you to all our loyal Lair listeners. As always, for those, hopefully you can join us for the ride in 2026. We want to take on more feedback. We want to hear what you guys think. We want to get you guys involved again, Chief.
Yep. The Lair League.
What?
If you've listened this far, must be a Lair fan. Must be a fan of the Lair if you've stuck around with us. We are a bit rusty on return fan, it must be said, but we'll get better. We'll have a great season along with you again. And 128532 is the new Lair League code. 128532. It is the Open Lair League.
I'm doing right now. 1, 2, 8.
532.
1, 2, 8, 5, 3, 2.
Jump on in, try and beat the Phantom. I will certainly easily be. Man, 5 names will defeat the Phantom with ease, but
Maybe.
might be a challenge for you. You never know. And we'll get some prizes again. Phantom sorted out, and have another fun year of SuperCoach.
Poor old Dossie.
Poor old Dossie's my name.
That's his team name.
That's good for me, Chiefy.
But now, one of the highlights of 2025, of course, was 5 names dyeing his hair for the show, bleaching it.
I've still got tips for all the people who are asking whether blonde hair is dyed. It's still there. It's just
Only just.
you have it. Have something called regrowth.
We need to bleach it again.
Now,
I mean, I just do it outside of it.
we hit our ratings target.
Yeah.
We're going to need to go again, Chief.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Well, it is that time of year. We like to farm the ratings at this point.
Yeah.
This time of year. So, ratings, get them into Spotify. But we are thinking if we hit a huge number, fan, to show our bosses that people maybe want to come have a look at the Lair, do we do something at Gather Round?
Live show.
Something along those lines. Now, will the listeners get us there, Sim?
Maybe. I mean, I like the idea of you two having to do like a TikTok dance or something.
Well, there's that on the cards.
No, we'll do a
too.
few things on the side as well. And if you do have any ideas or suggestions,
Also,
penalties, rewards.
Dossie to do another song, pre-season song.
Yes,
I reckon.
now I
I
think
do that actually.
we play it live if we do a live show. We sing it. We
What if you get the
I'm
guitar?
not coming unless you do it. Come on.
That would be
You and your AFL fantasy buddies can come along and they can be your backing vocals.
Let's say what targets do we need? So at the moment we're at 429 ratings. I want to say.
How
on
many?
Spotify.
How many ratings did my hair get in last time?
We got a few hundred, I think. So I reckon to get
800?
this live sort of situation would have to be 1,000.
Yeah, let's do
1,000.
1,000. Yeah,
That's for the live, but something a bit lower for
Dossie song.
the Dossie song. Is that the?
That's so 1,000 will be Dossie's song and the live show. And 750. I'll do something that Sim suggests. You can think about it.
Awesome.
You can
Have a
refine
think.
his TikTok dance.
Let us know in the comments what you think we should do. And we're in pre-season mode, folks. So we're going to be getting into positional previews next and a bunch more stuff. I think, Phantom, you've got a team reveal on the way as well, which we might be chucking up on Code Sports YouTube at some point in the future. I think Al also in the works for a team reveal. So we'll be putting up plenty on Code Sports YouTube channel this pre-season. As you might see if you are here, there's some nice flashy new cameras in the studio as well.
Ooh.
We've got to deck this out as well. So maybe some suggestions for that.
Need an upgrade, renovation. But my team also in written form on codesports.com.au on Wednesday morning. I've given away a few little secrets here, but I'll reveal it in full at the moment, and I won't be changing it from now. I won't be changing it too much. I won't go back on my word like the old chief.
You got about 8 big prices in your team.
Yep, it's the year.
Okay.
Oh.
Pleasure to be back.
SuperCoach is open.
It is. Go and pick your team, supercoach.com.au. Tell your friends about it. Make a league. Join our league. Take us on. It's a big year. See you soon.
See you then.